Talking bloke. Listen to the music, bloke. This is a band called Authentic Unlimited, and they're really quite something.
Say my son, hang on to whatever is left of me. You'll find me walking along the road.
There's something really, really special about singing in perfect key and playing an instrument really, really good, because it touches the soul, people. Why is it that music touches our soul so? Wow. It's bizarre, isn't it, trying to work out what it is with a human being. But you know, it was Pythagoras, the Greek philosopher, that discovered the musical format with the notes and the thirds and the fifths and all this different sort of stuff. You know, by just tensing wire to a certain pitch which sounded, you know, you see, you get wire and you attach it but both ends, and then you know, you put it to a certain tension, and of course it has to be a certain length. So you know, people discovered that, you know, from whatever this length, you know, you go on and on and on and on, and then you can get a perfect pitch within that. But then if you compromise that, if you shorten the length of it, then you'll get another perfect pitch, which is called a fifth or third or something like this. And so it's amazing. Music is absolutely amazing. It was discovered. It's not created. It's not like invented. It's discovered, people. And when you think about that, it blows your mind. So I wrote something down yesterday, stuff I wanted to talk about, and the subject was this: if I was nice, what would that mean? What would that mean to you? And would it be any more real? And I'm saying it's probably just a preference, because some of you like it coarse and others like it soft. It's like sex, isn't it? Some like it rough and some like it soft and passionate and this sort of thing. We all like things in a different way, at a different vibration. So this again gets back to the principles of Hermetica, the laws of the cosmos. For those of you that are not familiar with the principles of Hermetica, then it's very, very important. It really is important. It's the principles of gender, it's the principles of opposites, it's the principles of correspondence, it's the principles of vibration, it's everything what it is to be a human being and to get into this perfect state of harmony. So, I've tried different varieties of vibration, people, and different varieties of delivery. And to be quite frank, I've never found that there's any difference in the reception. Most certainly no difference in the numbers. And, you know, if there is a difference, then the difference is exponentially in the direction of the more coarse, the more animated, the more belligerent. People seem to have an innate need for that, particularly these days, and that's why I've done it so often. And when I do this, there is only, you know, one or two, you know, maybe maximum 3 out of 300 views, people that have got something to say because their egos have been triggered. But the rest of you, you just chilled. And I don't lose any subscribers. In fact, the subscribers go up. So I'm trying to work this out, people. So I'm asking you for your feedback. Some of you say, I love your rants, but maybe not all the time. Some of you just can't deal with it. You shy away, shrinking violet style, and you're gone. It's just too much for your disposition. But I suppose if I'm a bit moderate in the delivery, and I'm not personally calling you, you know, all the turds under the sun. Maybe if I'm directing something to somewhere else, if I don't direct it to you, if I direct it to someone else, then you feel absolved from whatever accusation or whatever it is I'm levelling. But when it's directed at you, then it's much more personal, isn't it? You see, very few people do what I do, and I direct it at you, the viewer, whoever's watching, because you're the ones watching. And why should I be speaking about other people? Other people are idiots, other people are stupid, other people are low consciousness. Because if I do that, and I know if I do that, then you still have the tendency to feel or be fast asleep. Because unless you're shocked with the directness of what I'm saying, the finger pointing at you, who, me? You know, then most people just go, haha, yeah, them, they're low conscious beings, they're automaton, they're idiots, they're the fools. Without considering whether you are any of those things. So that's why I do it, people. That's why I do it. Anyway, cooking bloke today. But first and foremost, what we need some beer. We need a Guinness or John Smith's. Oh, yeah, John Smith's. John Smith's. A nice can of fruity, not too strong, it's only like 3.4% volume, but it's got a nice head on it, you know. Now, with a name like John Smith, I think we can all readily accept that it's a British beer. If it was called Paddy O'Reilly, then we'd know it would be Irish, right? That's what we're looking for, people. We're looking for this cloudiness. We're looking how the cloudiness starts to settle. That is a beautiful draft beer. And then when we've got this beautiful awesome head, smooth, fruity, and just tastes healthy. Liquid bread. So look down here. I've got all these ingredients, and you see what I tend to do with my cooking, lots of the times I look at what I've got and I open up the cupboards and I see I've got red kidney beans, I've got tomatoes, I've got olives, I've got tomato puree, I've got pasta, and I've got these fresh vegetables, and I go, okay, you're all going in a pot, and you're all going in the same pot. And yeah, I've got these beautiful super hot chilies, and so I'm going to be banging those in this pot. And so how I'm going to start is put a nice splash of olive oil. Then, now then, I've got this half an onion, but I think really I want a whole onion. So I'll start talking about something in a minute, people. Just give me a break, give me a chance, right? Give me a chance to get the show on the road. Right, this onion is feeling a little bit soft on the outside, and it's decaying, and so that one will go in there. This one's a firmer one, and I'm gonna have half of that, probably a smaller half. So I've got my hillbilly music on in the background, bluegrass apparently it is, people, bluegrass. bluegrass country music, which touches me to my soul. And it's curious why bluegrass touches me to my soul, like rock and roll music touches me to my soul. You know, it's got that musical composition which is, you know, perfect. It's the perfect vibration of the cosmos. And the thing is about it, I have never been compelled to sing any of these country music songs. Whereas the 60s British music and American music, but mostly British music, British 60s pop, yeah, quite a lot of American as well, you know, Little Richard, Buddy Holly, those sorts of things, Beatles and Elvis. That's the stuff that I grew up with when I was less than 1 year old, throughout the 60s. And so that is in my soul. And that's the sort of music that I want to emulate. Country music, I never want to emulate it, but I do really enjoy it. So, put that on the stove and get that sizzling away, and bring it back down here to chop a few of these things. So we've got these courgettes, and there's probably too much. I think really I only need one of these, otherwise it's just going to be all courgette. I mean, I don't know, put this bit in as well. I think that will do us. We don't want it to be overpowered with courgette, do we? So we have that. Now all these chopped vegetables, I'm just going to put them in the pan out of the way. All these mushrooms, because I'm making some, you know, continental Italian type food with, you know, Italian type vegetables which you have with tomatoes and onions and all that sort of thing. And so it's going to be quite a pot, because there's no point in leaving a few bits hanging around. They may as well all go in the pot. So, put them in. Now, the subject of today, well, the second subject of the day is about delivery, you know, and how we are affected by delivery. You see, when I'm blustering, very often I'm making more of an impact, aren't I? And I know I'm making more of an impact because I get more of a response. But the response, you know, isn't necessarily positive. In actual fact, you know, it's quite often the opposite. You opine your disappointment in me. You opine that, you know, maybe I'm not conducting myself in the best possible way. Maybe I'm not reaching you in the most beneficial of way. You see, whenever I'm cooking garlic, because it's so fiddly, what I do, I top and tail it like that. So I cut off the tops and I cut off the tails. So then, when you open it up, they're much more manageable, you see. You don't have to do that much peeling. But if you don't do this, then you've got all the fiddly nonsense of trying to get the outer chaff off of the actual fruit inside. But this way it's much more efficient. And so So yes, speaking about delivery, and I've always asked you about the delivery, how you like it, what you find more conducive, what you find more moving, which rings home to you more. You know, is it the belligerent, bolshy rants that really gain your attention and you know, prick your ears up? You know, with more softer disposition people, they obviously won't like that sort of delivery. And, you know, and I've known people in my life who, when they have grown up with violence in their household, then the last thing that they want to hear when they're trying to educate themselves about, you know, how to, you know, enjoy being a human being, then most people find that, you know, really counterproductive. But because, you know, I kind of like, you know, I'm just not sympathetic to the shrinking violet disposition. It's just not my market. It's not the sort of people that I can appeal to. It's not my personality type. You know, my personality type is belligerent. It's like grab the world by the horns and, you know, take it. That's what you got to do. You got to take whatever you want from this life. And so that's why I can't cater for the shrinking violet. And so if any of you, you know, are leaning towards that disposition, then I can well imagine that it's pretty difficult hanging around. And by rights, most of you people with a delicate disposition would have gone by now. And you know, I always help you on your way because I don't have nothing for you. I can't help you. I don't have the disposition to help you. I don't have the softly there, you know, really super kind and emotionally supporting disposition. I don't have that. That's not a quality of mine. You see? It's all of course, isn't it? So I'm going to put these vegetables now in here. You see, some people, in their naivety, they think that I'm purposely being mean, belligerent, and not very helpful. But I'm actually trying to be very helpful. But it's just my tactics. It's just my variety of personality, which I don't know anything else. It's just the tools I've been given with. And so I deploy them. What can I do? And then when people, they come on my channel, well, that's what they get. Hello? Where you been? What are you doing down there? Why are you looking at the ceiling? Bored? Come on, don't be bored. Right. These chilies. Oh boy. You know what I'm like when it comes to chilies? You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put all those chilies. I'm gonna put all these in. You know, talk about a sucker for punishment. I think I'm going to be putting all these in, people. Remember what happened when I put them all in last time? No, I can't, can I? I can't. That's insane. I could barely feel my mouth last time. So what I'm going to do this time, what I said last time, what I should have done, is do this. Cut them up into smaller bits, because what I was doing last time is I was eating them whole. and every other mouthful I was having one of these, and I've got to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, that's insane, because these are hot. So I'm going to pop these in there. I'm going to use them later on. Put these in here. Right, let's have a look what's going on, shall we? Come over here like that, and see that. Oh, okay. Look at that. It's all fresh. It's all wholesome. It's all beautiful. What else do we need? Well, I think I need a tube of this. So I'm gonna bang a tube of that in. There we go. Just stir that around. You know, I think even I'm going to need another tin of tomatoes. I'll see how we go. You know, I don't know. I mean, I could have it kind of like a bit of a thicker consistency, because if I put another tin of tomatoes in it, then that's going to water it down somewhat. So I am going to put in the kidney beans. So I'm just going to get the colander out and snip them off. So you people just talk amongst yourselves whilst I'm sieving off these red beans. Oh yeah! Very, very nutritious, very high in protein, kidney beans. So I'm going to put them in. There we go. How we're looking? How we're looking, people? Yeah, we're looking pretty good, aren't we? Now there's going to be a bit more moisture generated from those vegetables, so I'm going to see how much moisture is generated before I decide whether I'm going to put in another tin of tomatoes. But I'm going to put in olives this time, stoned olives, and so gonna put plenty of those in. They're absolutely superbly delicious. Now then, you see the difficulty is with all this vinegar and stuff, I have to empty the whole jar into another saucepan to retrieve the which is so difficult to get out. So do that. Don't want too much vinegar in there, so make sure they're pretty drained. Now, I think that's alright. I'm going to put the vinegar back in here. Can I do it without? Yeah. There we go. Put the lid on that. Now, what we got going on? Yeah, that's looking great. So that's on a medium heat, and what needs to happen to that? That needs to settle down. So that's going to settle down, and that's going to give me the opportunity to tidy up the kitchen. But one of the things I have to do, I have to put the pasta out. You know, sometimes I'll have this meal just on its own. Maybe I'll have it with some nice crusty bread. But this occasion, I've decided that I'm going to be having some pasta, and so I am going to make sure that I've got enough, and I can't be doing with super long pieces of pasta when you're trying to eat it. So I'll break it up. Now, yep, like that. I think that'll be fine if I need any butter at that stage. I can always cook some more. So I'm going to boil some water up. But I need to go for a piss.